Hey gang, Anthony Red Hat August Radzakavage here, and welcome to the beginning of my course, Game Hacking, in collaboration with Hackin9. To get started, we're going to cover how to install VirtualBox and then the extension pack with it so that we can use a Microsoft Windows virtual machine to do our work in. Alright, let's get started. So to begin, we're going to open up our computer. In this case, I'm using Windows. And if you've caught on to it already, yes, I'm doing the installation of VirtualBox inside VirtualBox, but it's just easier for me to show it to you this way. So let's open up Edge here, and we will navigate to virtualbox.org. Now with virtualbox.org opened, we have this giant blue button here that says download VirtualBox 7.0. Now, depending on when you're watching this, this is subject to change, but over many, many years, this site really has not changed that much in regards to how we use it. So we're going to click this giant blue button, and we want to choose our platform package based on our host operating system. So in my case, I'm using Windows, so I would select Windows host here. You can see that it starts the download in the upper right corner, and also we want to install this VirtualBox extension pack. Okay. This is what's going to enable anything like USBs. It's going to add a little bit of capabilities to your VirtualBox virtual machines. So make sure you just click this all supported platforms, and you'll see that it begins the download up above as well. Now, unlike the platform packages where we have to be host OS specific, this one you just click on it and it'll be the same throughout all of them because it works directly with your installation of VirtualBox. Now, of course, I chose Windows Host. If you're running a Mac, if you're running Linux, or you're running Solaris, right? Solaris for game hacking, I don't know about that. But if you're running any of those, just click on the respective link and it will download all the same. There's a couple ways that we can start this download as well. We can click Open File right here. We can click the folder icon right here. Or in my case, I'm just going to open up Windows Explorer by clicking this folder icon in the bottom tray and navigate to Downloads. And we can see our downloaded application here, right? So let's go ahead and double click on that. And we want to click Yes to the user account control window. And now we can begin the installation of VirtualBox. It's really straightforward in my opinion. You click Next. Just leave all of this alone, leave it as is, unless you are going to change your location of where this is installed. In my case, I'm going to leave it default, but if you have like a secondary drive, like I do on most of my computers, you would want to click Browse and then navigate to the appropriate drive or enter the path here. But again, I'm going to leave it default in the C drive and click Next. Now, it needs to do some things with virtual networking interfaces, which might affect your networking, not in a bad way, but like temporarily. This is really negligible. I've had downloads running at the same time while doing this, so I wouldn't really worry about it. Just click Yes. If anything's missing, click Yes. And this one's up to you. We have the Start menu entry, which I really like. We have a shortcut on the desktop, which I usually uncheck. If you want it in the quick launch bar, leave it there. Leave the register file associations checked though. For this demonstration, I'm going to leave everything checked. And just again, click Next. Now that I've gone through all of that, I'm going to click Install. And that's it. It's already installed, and we can start it straight from the end of this installation process. So I click Finish. And we can see VirtualBox is up and running here. Now, this isn't the completion of our VirtualBox installation. And of course, there's a lot more as you get to using it, and we'll cover some of those aspects later. But we do want to add that extension pack. Now, something just to point this out, if you click the More menu right here, we have the Welcome, Extension, Media, whatever, right? So click on Extensions, and it looks to me like I already have the VirtualBox extension pack installed. However, it doesn't come default. I had done this and then uninstalled it. It might have just picked that up. So make sure you go back to your downloads and then double click on that. And it'll say install here instead of reinstall. So I'm going to click on reinstall just to go through the process, scroll all the way to the bottom, agree to the terms and conditions, and that's it. We're finished. So that completes installing VirtualBox on a Windows host. And of course, the process is pretty much the same if you're doing that on a Mac. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for the next video where we are going to be installing this particular Microsoft Windows 11 development VM to put our applications on.